Manifest Destiny is a story of American foreign policy. How would the United States relate to its neighbors? Would the United States use diplomacy, negotiation? Would the United States treat its neighbors as sovereign nations, as equal partners, each having a right to self-determination? Or would the United States use military force and simply take what it wanted? At the heart of this story, then, is a question of values. Values are objects or ideas for which a person is willing to sacrifice. Ask any person and they will easily tell you what they think they value. So what were the American values? Well, the United States professed to value freedom. Individuals should be free to choose how to live their lives. That each nation has a right to self-determination. That countries, nations, states are sovereign nations, free and independent. And so free peoples ought to be able to get together to form their government, and governments are dependent upon the consent of the governed. Outsiders should mind their own business. The United States demanded these rights for itself. The citizens of the United States demanded political freedom. The citizens of the United States demanded self-determination. These are the expressed values. But was the United States a good neighbor? How did the United States treat Native American populations? Did the United States recognize the freedom and self-determination of the 5 civilized tribes? Did the United States recognize and promote the freedom of its Mexican neighbors to the west and to the south? Did the United States respect Mexico's rights to self-determination? Or did the value of manifest destiny override those expressed American values? Was there any conflict between freedom and manifest destiny, self-determination and manifest destiny? If we look at this honestly then, we see that manifest destiny expresses a whole different set of unsaid values. The value of power, that military might settles all questions of self-determination. Those that have power can remain free and determine their own future. Those without power lose their freedom and their self-determination. Native Americans lost their freedom. Mexican Americans lost their freedom. All in the name of expanding property rights. Anglo-American settlers wanted property. They wanted property in land, and they wanted property in slaves. And when anyone stood in the way of their right to property, whether in land or in slaves, this infuriated Anglo-American settlers. They wanted the United States government to back up their right to property. They had a God-given right to property, both in land and in slaves, and when anyone stood in the way, the United States government should be there to back them up and to promote their interest. This produced the United States of America in 1850 that looks roughly the same as it will for the next 100 years. A country that stretches from coast to coast. All that's missing is Hawaii and Alaska. Those come in later. But by 1850, the United States had a territory that encompassed the eastern seaboard, east of the Appalachian Mountains, the entire Mississippi River Valley, both the East Bank and the West Bank, as well as the lands in the Great West, up to the Rockies, over the Rockies, to the Pacific Ocean. The United States of America stretched from sea to shining sea. This was manifest destiny. God's plan for Anglo-America came true. God wanted the Anglo population to conquer North America and make it a place safe for white male property owners to live and to flourish. A place that they could call their own, free from anyone else.